Hello, everybody. I'm John.
I'm Justin.
And welcome back
to Gore
Goblins.
Goblins. Yay.
The show where we talk about
Horror
stuff
movies.
we love, horror movies we love,
Yeah,
yes.
Don't forget that part.
And
Some
some
we don't.
horror movies we don't like sometimes. And
Sometimes.
some horror movies that we've never heard of. It's been,
It's been
2
a week.
weeks.
No, it's just been a
one.
week.
It's only been. It
Nope.
feels like it's been
We-
so much longer.
We managed to cut this one to a week wait.
It feels like it's been so much longer.
Because so much shit goes on every day and it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, welcome to being an adult in America. Sometimes, you you ever just crawl around and act like a baby for a little bit, just to remember simpler times?
No, I just lay on the floor and hope that I fall through one day.
Is that not what being a baby is? I'm gonna be real. But no, yeah, we're back, and today, we're talking about Animal,
Animal.
which came out in 2014,
But not the one I've become.
the year of our Lord. That's a joke that, like, a lot of people our age are gonna get. Maybe that's it. That's fine.
That's fine.
You love 94.5 The Buzz. You know how it is. But yeah, Animal is a little creature feature. Came out in 2014. The DVD said it was a Chiller original, which I think Chiller was a TV channel that I don't think exists anymore.
It's one of those movies that if you go to Walmart, it's just sitting there next to all the $3 cheap-ass horror movies. But in my opinion, this is one of the rare good ones that's sitting amongst the rest of the shit.
Yeah, it was all right. This is gonna be a very Justin-centric episode because I don't remember a lot of it. I'm gonna be honest. I watched it last week in preparation, and then Monday rolled around, and it was like, nope, can't do this. Can't do it. So here we are, a week later, and I remember bits and pieces of it. I know it's like one of those movies that's like, you know what's gonna happen, but like, I don't know, it's still fun.
It's still fun, yeah.
I don't know, like it's there's a couple of things.
I mean, who
remember.
survived? When I watched it the first time, I didn't expect that person to be the one to
Yeah.
survive.
Yeah, I feel like that was kind of
But
just
I was like, okay,
that was just born out of subverting your expectations. I think there's a couple of moments in the movie where I'm like, why is this the dialogue we're getting? Like, why are they talking about this stuff, huh? Like this, they're just trying to make me care about these people, and guess what? It's not working.
Nope.
It didn't work. These characters are, I mean, they're not the worst written characters I've ever seen in a horror movie, but they're not great.
It's just a typical bunch of survivors.
They're all very
You
one
got
note.
the one bullheaded person that thinks he knows everything and can do everything. Got the nervous dude who's never been out in nature. You got the skinny, timid guy who, in this case, also is gay.
The gay kid, yeah.
Then you got the super hot, slutty girlfriend type, and then the smart, intellectual girl.
Played by Keke Palmer who's in Nope. She's very good in Nope, and I thought she was pretty okay in this as well. But she has grown as an actress so much in the course of 8 years, because she is much better in Nope than she was in this. And then you got other survivors, like you got the guy that feels that's kind of like traumatized by it, and it changes him as a man. You have the man
The level-headed one.
the level-headed one that's really trying to keep things in order, and then you got his airheaded blonde wife, and that's what we get. And then you got the monster, who was all practical. I have to give props to that.
Praise the practical.
It was all practical. Kind of, you looked all right. I think me watching it on DVD helped the illusion, because I think if I had seen it in Blu-ray, it would have looked bad. But it looked pretty okay.
Well, if
in grainy 480p stretched onto a 4K screen. So,
yeah.
yeah, it looked all right. It looked all right. But this, I mean, again, you kind of know what's going to happen. But you know what? It's all right. It's a fun little time at the movies. I don't think it's like something I'll like cherish, but it's definitely something that was pretty okay. So we're gonna give a quick little plot summary as we do, so we could talk about all the shit that happens and how it was kind of funny sometimes. So it starts out with them running,
It
right?
starts out with not the main group of survivors, but someone who's already in trouble, which turns out to be characters
that we see later.
that the main
yes.
group meets later.
Yes.
Well, except for one who gets eaten in the chase.
Rest in peace.
So the beginning of the movie is just, it immediately starts. People running. They're all like trying to get away. You hear the weird noises behind them.
Yeah, you got your cold open, your classic cold open. Yeah.
Then one of them trips, tries to get up, gets dragged into a little cave under a tree, and gets nommed on.
And then she gets nommed on, and her husband's like, no! Or boyfriend, I guess.
Whatever he was. I hate that character.
Yeah, he's upset. He was upset. He was an upset fella, might I add. And then, you get your title card, Animal. And it's just like, oh, okay.
Then
it's
it
one of
starts playing the
these.
3 Days Grace song. No, it doesn't.
Are you sure?
But can you imagine?
I would have been.
I'm sure somebody made a music video for it on YouTube.
I don't want to think about it. Anyway, so then we get to
the
main group,
cast.
and they're just driving around in the woods.
Because they're going on a last-ditch camping trip to a place that, what the fuck is her name? Alyssa and her stepbrother, what the fuck was his name? Matt. Alyssa and Matt.
Yeah,
they used to go camping at this spot, but now it's getting torn down because of development. Woo, real world problems.
So listen. So here's the thing. First of all, I like the woo real world problems, but also, here's the thing. Justin had to look up the names because we don't remember any of them because these characters aren't the most memorable, like we just said. But that should let you know what the movie is. That's all I'm gonna say. But Alyssa, that's Keke Palmer.
Yeah.
And then Matt is
Disney
some
Channel
dude.
Star.
Yeah, she wasn't she? That's
you got a Disney star and a Nick star in this.
Yeah, the girl from what is it, Victorious?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for her, I guess. She looked like she was bored until the very end. I felt like she was kind of phoning it in, and then at the very end she was like, "Oh, I can act, by the way."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh wow, where was this the last 80 minutes, bitch? What the fuck? Come on, you could have done better. Come on, man." Anyway.
Oh wait, no, I was wrong. Jeff and Alyssa are
God.
step siblings.
Matt
is her boyfriend.
Is Alyssa's boyfriend, and he's the guy that's like, "I've never been camping, but I'm always down for something."
Yeah,
And then
new experiences.
And then what was it? Sean. He's the
He's just there.
he's the gay fifth wheel. He's the gay sixth wheel. Yeah, six. No, fifth. It's five. I've listened, man. It's been a long day.
He's a spare tire, considering the truth bomb that gets revealed
Honestly,
later.
he really is a spare tire. Yeah, he's a little Twinkie. But anyway, which is also the revelation that comes later.
Hey, but he was the star of his own MTV show, so it's cool.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, it was called I think the Hard Times of R.J. Berger or something like that.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's what. Who cares? Anyway,
it was a dumb show.
Anyway, but yeah, he's kind of cute. He's kind of gay. You get it. And then you got
Mandy.
Victorious Annie. Is that her name?
Mandy is Jeff's boyfriend. I mean girlfriend.
Mandy is Jeff's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Very feminine name for a man, but we'll take it.
Anyways,
Mandy.
My bad.
Mandy is the girlfriend, and she's like, "I don't even want to be here." And she's like, "I'm not even supposed to be here." You know how it is.
Not even supposed to be here today.
Yeah, that's where she's at.
The Clerks reference.
Yeah. Anyway, they get to the we blue screened there. Sorry, it's been a long day. All right, it's been a long. Listen, man, responsibilities and shit.
You know what's funny? I didn't even watch this movie again. I just remember it.
I believe it. Anyway, they get to the campsite,
and they're all like,
and isn't it like a part of the road blocked off or some shit?
Yeah, it's closed off, and they get out. So I was like, okay, I guess we're walking from here, and everyone's like, really? Okay. And he's like, no technology. This is a pure nature time.
Oh, he's Josh.
And then Sean is like, but my music. And then he's like, whatever.
It's Taylor Swift.
So yeah.
But also,
So Jeff puts the keys to the car inside where you go to put gas. He just opens the little door and drops it in there.
see, I don't even remember that.
I never thought of that as a hiding place for your keys, but okay.
Yeah.
So they go on their little journey and blah blah.
There is a part that I really like here where some teasing of the monster happens when Matt goes to take a piss. The monster comes up to him and he's like, "Nice cock, bro." And then Matt finds a Marine backpack and he's like, "Oh, thanks, monster." And then he picks up the backpack and takes it back. And then and then there's this part where I think Mandy's like, "I'm not walking back in the dark," and then it just hard cuts to nighttime, and I was like, "That's good. That's a good cut. I like that. I like that a lot." And then it's just them walking, and Alyssa and Jeff.
Well, before that,
fucking arguing
they
with
find
each
the
other.
cave where Douglas's wife got killed. In the
They
opening.
find her foot, right?
Yeah, they find her foot. That's when they all start panicking and try
they're
to
like,
get back.
"What the fuck? There's an animal out here somewhere." And then they look directly at the camera, and then it just cuts to another scene.
Yep. So they're walking at night. They hear the monsters still. They're all panicking and freaking out.
Classic, yeah.
And then they stop because they see something like moving around in front of them and shit. And they're like,
Oh yeah, and Jeff's like, "Oh fucking, y'all just go to that cabin over there that conveniently came into our view." And he's like, "Y'all will be safe there, surely." And so then
No, not yet. In the first he tries to tell them to back away when they initially see the monster.
That's right.
So
right.
back away slowly, and he's gonna try to scare it.
Yeah. Little. Oh yeah, it's.
Why
scared.
would you see something like
it's
that?
more scared of us than it is.
Yeah.
Than we are of it. And I'm like, brother, this is a monster you've never seen before. This is a creature that you've never seen before that's making fucking weird like guttural noises that I think are it trying to call the herd or some shit.
It's like a chicken mixed with a pig.
Yeah,
the noises it makes.
Yeah, they keep like they make sure that you hear that note, and because then they play it at the end, which is the implication. You kind of put the pieces together before that because this isn't a smart movie. I'm gonna be honest, but
It's not.
But but it's a fun movie, kinda. So he's like, "Oh, it's more scared of us," and I'm like, "I don't think so."
He picks up the littlest stick he could find and approaches it to swing it around, I guess. But it turns right around and they run.
And then they run away, and then he's like, "Hey, look at that cabin. You remember Evil Dead? That's a good movie. Go there." So then they
like pause to huddle for a little bit.
He's
to
like,
make
"I'll
their
take
plan.
care of it."
Jeff's like, "I'm gonna go circle around and lure it, and y'all go to the cabin." As soon as Jeff turns around, monster's right there.
Yeah, and it just eats his
Jeff goes bye-bye.
Eats his tummy. He just munches on that shit like it's a gummy bear. You know what I mean? And then they don't like, and then they get in the house, and you got Ron Moss or fucking Ridge from The Bold and the Beautiful. Excuse me. Because that's who he is. Because I know this because my mom watches a lot of soap operas.
Carl.
Or used to. Yeah. What's his name?
Carl.
Yeah, he's Ridge from The Bold and the Beautiful. He's like, fucking,
Get in the house.
what are you kids doing out here, huh? He doesn't say that. He doesn't talk with that accent. And then Douglas is upstairs, and he's like, "Well, fucking, I don't trust anybody because I'm Douglas. And I have a Mexican accent despite being named Douglas." And it's very strange. But and then his wife's name was Vicky?
Carl's wife is Vicky.
Yeah, that's Vicky. Yeah, Carl's wife is Vicky. The Douglas's wife, poor girl didn't have a name, evidently.
She did.
What is
Her name was Eve.
Eve? Eve?
Yep.
That's what you're gonna name your character that gets killed?
I like
Eve?
how on the IMDb page next to her name, Barbara. Oh no, her name was Barbara in the movie. And next to that, in parentheses, it says Douglas's wife.
That's beautiful. Okay, Barbara's a better name.
But
Barbara's a better name than
the
fucking
actress's
Eve.
name is Eve, though.
Eve. Ew, dude. I'm sorry. That's a good name for like a real person, but not a character in a movie. So yeah, then they go into the house, and then we get like I don't
Some
know,
dialogue and
like 50
backstory.
minutes of them trying to survive at that
And
point.
Carl tells them how long they've been here, what they've been doing to stay alive. Just be quiet and barricade whatever weakness the monster tries to find, because you find out the monster's not stupid.
Yeah,
He's like testing every point in the house to try to get in every night.
Yeah, they're like the werewolves and dog soldiers. Yeah, they know they're not dumb. They're not just like mindless. They know what's up, you know. And
And they've been there for like I think he said maybe a week or two.
yeah, and
already.
they were like, oh yeah, they're gonna send somebody, huh? Yeah, he's gonna fucking die and shit like that.
Yeah,
It's
because
just
Douglas
like,
said he had managed to call somebody, and he's like, "Oh, well, they said they tracked the thing, and you know how close the nearest cell tower is? Nowhere near here."
yeah.
Because
Fucking
Sean
ripped,
is
dude.
all optimistic because he got a call out and is like,
Because he's gay.
they're
yeah.
not coming.
Yeah, he's optimistic. Yeah, and then that doesn't work out because
So-
nobody comes to save them
No.
at all.
Monster breaks in at one point, and it's a struggle and annoying because Douglas doesn't want to fucking help.
Yeah,
he's
because
a little
Douglas is
bitch.
like, blah, 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 I'm sad or whatever the fuck.
So Matt and Carl go to confront the monster that broke its way into the basement.
They block the basement off, right?
He starts breaking down the door, and Sean grabs a can of some spray and a lighter.
Oh, no, isn't this when they're in the attic?
No.
Doesn't the monster get... I don't remember, dude. You know it better than me.
He goes in the basement first.
And then he gets the bear spray, which
Yeah, the
was
bear
alluded
spray.
to earlier when he's like, oh, you really think this is going to stop a bear? And I'm like, yeah, you would be curious about bears, wouldn't you, Shane, huh? Yeah? Yeah, wouldn't you, Sean? Whatever your name is?
Yeah.
You'd be curious about bears. I get it. I haven't been there. It's not my type.
And then
but
the whole time Carl and Matt are holding the door, Mandy and Alyssa are trying to push this big wardrobe over to
yeah,
the door.
and Douglas just shows up.
Douglas just shows up and the thing immediately moves.
and he's just, I got it. I'm strong man.
So they
And
fend off the monster at that point,
then- Yeah.
and then they're like, "Well, we need to get out of here because this is not going to hold forever. He's eventually going to get in."
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
devise a plan, and Matt's like, "I can outrun this thing. I just need y'all to divert its attention for a bit, and I can run."
Classic Josh behavior, dude.
So then Alyssa and Matt have their moment before he leaves, and Carl walks out into the woods to call the monster's attention while Sean watches his back. Sean spots the monster and tells Carl to stop walking, so he's like, just stop or it's going to get you.
And Carl's just like, what are you fucking talking about?
And then
I don't see anything.
yeah, he can't see it.
No.
And then Carl tells Matt to go. This is your chance.
And
So
then Matt gets 8.
Matt takes off. Sean looks away for a second, and then he can't see
and
it
then he's
anymore.
like, oh no, the monster's gone.
And Carl's like, "What do you mean you can't fucking see it?" And then over the
And then you hear Matt screaming
Yeah,
over which
over
is
the
a pretty cool
walkie-talkies
way
they
to
had.
do that, I think. That's always nice when they mix it up, you know? It's also probably because of budgetary constraints, but that's besides the point. Because you don't need a high budget to make a good horror movie. But, yeah, so then Matt gets, his pussy wrecked, as you do. And
then they're all sad.
they're all sad about it for a little bit. Alyssa's like, man, what the fuck?
And
And
then Mandy tries to comfort her, and then Mandy drops the bomb.
Mandy's
that she's
like, oh,
pregnant.
by the way, I'm pregnant. Did you know that? And I'm just like,
This
bitch, is now the time?
This is her putting on her plot armor.
Like, yeah, right. Like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, they're only telling me this so I could give a fuck about her
Like,
when she
we're
dies
gonna,
or whatever.
We're gonna say the ending anyway, but I did not think Mandy was gonna be the survivor.
No,
I thought Alyssa was gonna survive.
I was like, how are you gonna fucking tell me this bitch is pregnant? Are you gonna give me a really graphic shot of the monster munching on a fetus or something? Is that what we're gonna see now? That would have been a hell of a reveal, for being honest. But
What is this, Feast?
I
think that's that movie.
or Puppet Master, the Littlest Reich had that. And the Puppet Master crawls up a bitch's pussy and rips her, it pops out of her stomach with like a Jack in the Box with the baby,
Oh,
and then he runs away.
I didn't know that.
That's how abortions happen in this country. Anyway, so that's what happens. And she's like, oh, by the way, I'm fucking pregnant. And then Alyssa's like, what the fuck?
And then Sean is having
And then
his
Sean's
crisis.
having a panic attack.
He's like, you ever think about the last things you did before you're gonna die or whatever? And he's like, do I really want the last song I listened to be Taylor Swift or
and
whatever?
my man is acting his ass off right here, and it's still not good enough. I'm gonna be honest, but he's acting he's putting his whole fucking bussy into it. Let me tell you, he's acting his ass off. And then
Then why he's a spare tire is because him and Jeff had a little thing on the side.
yeah, Dave and Jeff were fucking each other, man. That's crazy, dude. Good for Jeff. Fucking bisexual king out here fucking bitches and twinks. Living the fucking dream, dude. God, I wish I was Jeff. Anyway, so and the best part is he's dead too. I wish I was Jeff, but no, yeah, she was, because I think how he says it is like, oh, I loved Jeff, and then she's like, well, yeah, we all did, stupid, and then he's just like, no, it wasn't one-sided, and she's like, fuck you, shut up, why are you telling me this now? And I'm like, bitch, what else would he tell
I
you?
don't want to die with regret.
Yeah, like let him get it off his chest, bro. Come on, man. It doesn't matter anymore. He's fucking dead. Like, what are you gonna do? Confront Jeff's body about it? Like, how are you? Like, I don't understand. At that point, I'd just be like, okay, I get it. We can mourn together now. But no, this bitch is like, I'm pregnant. Fuck you. And then it's just like, all right.
I forgot something. When
women, dude.
When they
Anyway.
ran back into the house, Douglas tried to lock the door and keep them out.
Oh yeah, 'cause Douglas a hoe.
So
yeah.
he got knocked out and tied up.
Yeah, he got tied up, and then Matt comes on the intercom again, and he's like, "Oh,
I'm still breathing. Help me.
he's making those kind of noises, you
But
know."
then they find him in the basement because the monster put him there.
Do you think the monster put him there? Or do you think,
I think
he
the
like
monster
crawled
put him
his
there.
way over there?
No, I think the monster put him there.
that as bait, right? Yeah. And Douglas is like, "No, you can't do that. You can't do that. No." And he's, I'm giving him an overly.
I mean, that's how he sounded.
An overly Mexican. I don't think it was that thing, but he's like, "No, you can't do that. You can't do that to me. You have to understand, it's survival." And I'm just like, all right, buddy, listen. I'm Mexican and my accent ain't that thick, and I have a fucking, white ass name. Come on, buddy. Try harder. I don't know why I'm being mean to this man. Why would they name him Douglas, though? Why couldn't she give him a fucking ethnic name at that point if he's got an accent? I don't know. I guess it works the same if my name was John and I had an accent. I'm being racist against Mexicans for no reason.
Boycott
I'm
the
sorry.
movie for no inclusion?
No,
Like the original Mario Bros. Are doing for the new movie?
No. I'm pretty sure that was a joke.
I hope it's a
I'm
joke.
90% sure
I
that
hope.
was a joke.
I really hope.
The way, come on, dude. It's John Leguizamo, first of all. Second of all, my man was like, I originated that. And I'm like, no, you didn't. You have to be fucking with people. Because he knew he was going to piss people off. He had to be fucking around. I'm like 99% sure he was disingenuous.
Let's hope.
There's no fucking way he was being real about it.
I hope he's not.
But what's funny is it worked because it got you, you fucking buddy. You fucking buddy, you.
I just look at it like there's no way you can legitimately think this.
Like, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't, I don't think it's real. And first of all, they're Italian. So it's like, so John Leguizamo said that he was upset with the new Mario Brothers movie not having any Latin actors in it, which I get it. You want to see yourself on screen. It doesn't bug me. It bugs Justin for some reason, but it doesn't bug me.
It doesn't bug me.
But also, you got Anya Taylor-Joy in there. She's Hispanic, I feel like, but she's very white. So, whatever. You get what I'm saying. But Anya Taylor-Joy, I love her. Whatever. She's fine. I'll give her a pass. But
You got a black guy in the cast too.
I'm pretty sure that was a joke. I'm like 99% sure.
Let's
Because
hope.
I read the full quote and I was like, he's not serious. There's no way. There's a way that like Hispanic people say stuff where I'm like, oh, he's fucking with people. Okay. Like there's a certain way. There was like a phrase in there that I was like, oh, he's not serious. He's not serious at all. I think but the thing that really gave it away was when he was like, I originated that in the first movie, and I'm like, you didn't originate Latin representation. And I thought to myself, oh, he's fucking with people. Okay. And it's working because people were mad about it. And I was like, why are you going to be upset about this? This is so dumb. This is why he did it. So that way he could piss you off. He's trolling. Get out of here.
Oh, you know what's been fun to
How
do?
does it feel, Justin? How does it feel to be on the other end of getting trolled, huh, buddy? Mr. Troll Man? Mr. Troll Boy? He's a troll, dude. Look at him. He's got a club and everything.
For it. I just
He'd be
it's
looking like that Harry Potter troll, the one that comes out of the bathroom? Bathroom, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
remember. I don't fuck Harry Potter. I don't like Harry Potter. I like Chamber of Secrets when I was little, and that was it. I think I vaguely remember Goblet of Fire just because Robert Pattinson was in it. That's
then he
it.
died.
Yeah, you got spoilers, I guess. I don't fucking care. Anyway, what's fun?
Reading the stupid comments people are making under the Marvels trailer.
Oh yeah, they're mad. They're mad because it's like they're just mad because Brie Larson's hot. That's what I think. But also,
I didn't watch the trailer. I've just been reading all the stupid shit people are saying.
It's the same shit that it's always been, bro. They just don't like whatever. It's dumb. I mean, it looks fine. It looks all right. I don't care. Brie Larson's in it. I'm gonna go watch it because I like her. But that's besides the point.
I'm gonna watch it because I have an obligation to watch every Marvel movie.
You don't. First of
Yes,
all,
I
second
do.
of all,
I
you have an obligation to watch horror movies, and that's it. All right. You don't have an obligation to watch fucking Marvel movies. But no, yeah, all the people, it's the same shit with every Marvel movie. It's like, oh, I don't like women or whatever. It's the same shit. It's never going to change, Justin. Now that the internet exists,
Nope.
It's never going to change. And now it's like, all right, well, the movie's going to come out and make $1 million anyway. I don't know what to tell you. You have no power. I don't know. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy looks good. I don't know. I hope that's good.
Yeah.
It's going to make me cry, probably. That's all right, though.
Yeah.
I like James Gunn. But anyway, speaking of crying,
So
boy, is everybody crying.
So they get
Because Douglas has a thick Mexican accent.
Yeah, because he's dumb. So Douglas is tied up. They hear Matt over the radio. Then they find out, oh, he's down in the basement. So Carl and Allison go down to get him.
And Carl
And
gets...
Carl sees the monster. He's like, I'm going down swinging. He
Yeah,
just
Carl's-
rushes the damn thing.
He just what?
He rushes it.
Yeah, and he probably gets a good couple hits in.
He hit him a few times, but then the blood splatters, so you know what happens.
And then he's just like, fucking, I'm dead, dude. Live on.
And then Vicky cries.
And Vicky's like, no,
And
I'm
I don't
blonde.
remember what other movie I've seen that actress in.
It doesn't matter.
Anyways.
It doesn't matter.
So then everyone has their little emotional moments and blah, blah. And then Alyssa's trying to listen to Josh speak. And finally, after watching it more times, I heard what the fuck he was saying. Well, my girlfriend heard it and she told me. And I was like, okay, that's what he was saying. He's saying there's two of them. The whole time he's trying to get that to them.
Yeah, and then Douglas is like, oh, if you want tie me, I help.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
like,
okay. Do it
Oh,
then.
we should use Matt as bait.
Yeah, he's saying all that
so
shit
we can get
first.
away and do this. And he's like, oh, okay, well, if y'all don't want to do that, just untie me and I can help.
And then he fucking bloops.
He fucking beats Matt's face into the
Bludgeons Matt with a leg?
a table leg, I think it was.
Yeah. No, it's just a drumstick.
Yeah.
He went to Popeyes on the way to the cabin. When you don't remember the product placement where they're running through the woods and he's carrying a box of Popeyes chicken? You don't remember that?
And then the monster stops and eats it.
You don't remember Carl wearing a Popeyes cap because he's like, yeah, I'm a manager at a Popeyes. Like you don't remember any.
This entire time, the monster just wanted the directions to the restaurant.
The monster just wanted the spicy chicken recipe, and let's be honest, who doesn't? You know,
Who doesn't?
that shit be banging. I get it. You know, if I was an animal in the woods that got displaced because of deforestation, I'd want to eat Popeyes too. So he kills Matt, and Alyssa's like, "What the fuck?" And then that whole thing happens. Douglas is like, "Y'all don't have the guts. Y'all suck. I am strong machismo." He's talking all this shit, and then the monster Deep Blue sees him, and
The monster. This was kind of stupid because the whole time they're putting up barricades and shit to block him out, and the monster
Yeah.
can't get in. Then the monster just breaks.
yeah, the monster's just like
He's like, embrace the
he
Kool-Aid,
would,
man.
he would fucking Super Saiyan outside while Douglas was talking shit. He was just charging up, and we didn't hear him because of Douglas.
No, the monster watched him kill Matt, and it was a Goku watching Frieza kill Krillin moment.
Yes, exactly.
He's like, no, that was mine.
he's just upset. So then he eats the shit out of Douglas, and everybody's like, "Oh fuck, let's let him eat him." And then they start to set the cabin on fire.
I like how they took point of the monster's weird teeth and that it doesn't use its mouth to rip them open or attack them.
Yeah.
It just fucking pounds the shit out of them with its claws.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I don't like that it's a lot of quick cuts, but you don't really get to see what's going on. But yeah, it's effective, I guess. I don't know, a sci-fi movie. Who cares? Anyway, so
I don't remember if the monster goes away again or this is when they
they
enact their
just
plan to trap it.
yeah they trap it and burn it alive, and then they think it's all dead, and And then
As they're going through the basement,
yeah, they're going through the basement, and Sean and Vicky get out, and then they see that there's another one.
well, Vicky stops to look at Carl's dead body.
Yeah, and then
that's-
Sean gets killed because he's like, there's another one, and then he gets murdered.
Yeah.
Or he starts screaming
He
or
just
something.
gets killed off screen and he starts calling Alyssa and Vicky.
You know how twinks are. Anyway, so then he gets killed.
And then
And so-
Vicky just has a random death, like something punches her in the back and then she's bleeding. and
oh,
falls
yeah,
over.
she gets, yeah, that's right. Yeah, she just kind of gets got, and then
Gets
Alyssa's
pulled
like,
into the dark.
and then Mandy and Alyssa run away. No, Alyssa's waiting outside because she trapped the monster and killed it personally, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And Mandy meets up with Alyssa, and Mandy's like, we gotta go. And then Alyssa's like, where are the others? Totally oblivious. Love Kiki Palmer, but she's totally oblivious. So then
She won that spelling bee, but she couldn't defeat a monster.
that's how it be sometimes. Hey, but she got jean jacket, so that's all that matters, baby. So anyway, then what happens is Mandy's like, fucking, we're gonna die. So then they start running. I think Mandy trips, and
And
Alyssa
then it has
tends
like
to
some
her.
weird slow motion moment.
Alyssa tends to her, right?
Yeah, she's like telling her
And
to
then
get up, come
and
on.
then she hears the monster, and then it just starts gooping her, if you will. That's
like
a verb.
it jumps on her and then takes its time and cuts her open and
Well, you just see it in slow mo. He doesn't take his time. You just see it in slow mo.
and then Mandy runs and somehow makes it back to the car.
Yeah, it's amazing that she knew where it was, right? Maybe it's because it was daylight, even though they had flashlights on their heads before. But, whatever. It's fine. It's a movie. Who cares? She gets the keys. She gets inside.
Monster's like, no.
And then, you get your typical struggle there, and then she runs over the monster's head.
Splat.
And then she starts crying when she's driving away, and that's the end until the end. Whenever a third monster comes, and he starts sniffing the body, and I was like, "Oh man!" And I felt bad. I was like, "God, these poor fucking things were just trying to eat, bro. Like, come on." I'm supposed to root for the humans when they're not at the top of the food chain. Fuck you. I'm like nah, man. That's evolution, bitch. Like these things are gonna kill us now. They're a natural predator. Let it live. And then it's sniffing the body, and I'm just like, oh man, poor little guy. And then he does that weird pig noise to alert the herd, I guess.
Yeah,
and that's the sequel tease that we don't get.
We don't get.
Because there's no sequel.
There's no sequel.
We don't get an Animals in the vein of Aliens. So, And that's Animal. I don't know. It's fun. It's a fun little
It's an
creature
alright
feature.
movie.
It's a fun little creature feature. So, that's, I think, I liked the design of the monster. I thought he looked pretty cute. I'm gonna be real.
At least he was unique.
Yes, and I also liked the noises it made because they were like actually frightening. If I heard that shit in the woods,
Yeah.
I would probably just cry for a long time. I would not like that. But yeah, there's some things to like. Like I said, I think the biggest flaw is that we've seen it before. Like this is a movie that you've seen before. It has all the same plot beats that you'd expect. It tries to change it up with the final girl bait and switch, but like you've already seen this movie before. Like there's a million of them like this. But it doesn't mean it doesn't have its own merits. I thought the creature design was fun. Sound design's very good, I guess. Yeah, it has your typical jump scare shit, but like what doesn't? So, it was all right. It was a fun little time. It'll be a nice movie to throw on and just kind of, I don't know, jack off to or something. I don't know what kids do these days. What do kids do these days, Justin?
Oh.
I'll tell you what they don't do, Justin.
Play Fortnite and make stupid dances and TikToks and shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you would have done the same probably. I can see you doing a TikTok dance to Duality. I can see it.
No.
I can see it happening. Anyway, what did you think of Animal, Justin?
I love it.
Yeah,
It's
Justin likes bad movies.
it-
Not that this is like a bad movie, but like it ain't great.
My, I don't know. It was just a nice movie to me, and because it's hard to find like decent creature movies that don't look
Yeah.
like shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't mind some movies that look like shit, but when you actually stumble upon one that's good, you take it in.
Yeah, it has its moments. I would think. I think it. I mean, it's hard to be unique, so I can't even really fault it for that. It's
Yeah.
just that you've seen this before.
It's any typical B movie plot.
Yeah, and that's exactly what this is. It's a modern day B movie. That's the best way to describe it. It's a modern day B movie, and it's it's fun.
Yep.
If you want to see a bunch of characters that you can't remember the names of die, then it's for you. But yeah, I'm glad we both watched Animal.
And that I finally picked a movie that I suggested.
Yeah, didn't it do that? What, did it do that already?
No,
Are you serious? Are you sure?
it hasn't.
I feel like it did one that was a you movie.
No. I mean, unless you count Halloween's, but I mean, we both wanted to do that. No,
No,
but
there
this
was-
is the first one aside from Dog Soldiers. Yeah.
Yeah, Dog Soul. Okay, which I had watched like right before we.
But I knew Dog
did
Soldiers
it.
was like extremely good. But this is the first
Yeah, Dog
shitty.
Soldiers is a
not
fucking
not
banger,
not
dude.
shitty in a bad way. Just like
Yeah, because like Dog Soldiers feels like a B movie too, and that's why I like it.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't take itself seriously. I think that's one thing that I could probably fault this movie for is it takes itself a little too seriously.
yeah,
For what it is,
the over dramatic scenes.
and the actors that aren't capable of performing them,
Yeah.
not to the standard. Like Kiki Palmer's doing her best. Everybody really did their best except for the chick from Victorious until the very
She's
end.
just playing her same character from the other show.
Yeah, it's
basically.
very, everybody did what they could. It's fun. Everybody had fun. Everybody on the behind the scenes. There was like one 5-minute behind the scenes featurette on the DVD, and everybody seemed to enjoy their time working on it. Kiki Palmer said more recently that she enjoyed making the movie, but she said, "Oh no." She's like, "I did not like filming in the woods of Connecticut, though." She's like, "I did not like being outside." She's like, "Absolutely not." And I was like, "I feel that, girl. I got you." But yeah, no, everybody seemed to enjoy their time on it, and that's always a good sign when everybody has a good time making a movie, because a movie doesn't have to be good for it to be fun,
Yep.
But yeah,
Short, simple, to the point. That's what you get when you watch Animal.
just like this episode, I guess, because we're done with Animal.
Animal's done.
But I feel like we're missing something, Justin.
Are we?
I feel like we're forgetting about something given the month we're in.
Yes.
Even though it's just fucking 3 weeks removed
Yeah, 3 weeks removed from our initial plan of.
from our initial plan of doing this. So instead, we're just gonna put it at the tail end of this shit, which it still works, I guess, because it's still April. Fuck it.
It's still April.
So we watched.
And I doubt you expected this.
We watched 4 of the most
Terrifying movies.
terrifying films that you'd ever seen if you're like 7, I guess. I feel like that's how. I was like 4. I was like 4 years old when I watched the first one. Anyway, without further ado,
give
adieu. Without further Scooby Dooby Doo, if you will. We're gonna talk about the Scooby Doo movies, baby.
And basically Scooby Doo in general.
Yeah, well, yeah, up to a certain point. I don't
Mainly
want to.
because I forgot everything that happened in all 4 movies.
I don't want to talk about the James Gunn movies yet. We're doing that at a later date. But I do want to talk about the platinum run. You got Scooby Doo on Zombie Island.
Bam.
You got Scooby Doo and the Witch's Ghost. You got Scooby Doo and the Alien Invaders, and you got Scooby Doo and the Cyber Chase. All 4 of these were masterpieces when I was a child. I'm gonna be real. I loved these. I still got my fucking VHS copy of Zombie Island. That was my favorite one, for obvious reasons. And we're gonna talk about every single one of them. We're probably not gonna go over the plots because it's fucking Scooby Doo. You know what a Scooby Doo plot is. If you don't know what a Scooby Doo plot is, fucking watch the Scooby Doo episode. You know what it is. All right. But these are all there. So I just want to say, I loved Scooby Doo when I was a child. I had a big old stuffed Scooby Doo that I used to cling to when I'd sleep because I loved Scooby Doo when I was younger. I would always watch it when I was a kid. Scooby Doo, Where Are You? The old 60s one. I learned how to fucking read because I would read the title cards. Like, that's how I would practice my vocabulary, is I'd sit there and watch it with Mom and, read the title cards with her. And, so Scooby Doo's got a special place in my heart. All right? I'm about 4 years old when Mom and I are probably at a fucking Kmart or something, and she buys me Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. And I watched it, and I loved it because it was so. This is where this was. You got to understand, Scooby Doo, Where Are You was like the golden age, and then you had Scooby Doo and Fran. No, it was like a Scooby Doo series where they had like guest stars, right? Like I remember they had the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, I remember that.
That's where Scrappy Doo's bitch ass came out.
Fuck
You
that
had
guy.
what was his name? Dummy Doo, his cousin that was Scooby Doo but dumber somehow, and he was like gray, and he was a Great Dane too.
Scooby wasn't dumb. He just got contact high all the time from Shaggy.
Absolutely, we're gonna talk about that too. But but I think it was Dummy Doo or some shit like Dum Dum Doo. I don't remember his fucking name. He would wear a red he wore like a red hat or something.
I remember episodes where there were special guests. I don't remember it being its own separate series though.
It was Scooby Doo and the fucking something hour, I think. And then like if it was like a musician, like if it was the Mamas and the Papas, like to date this fucking series, by the way, they would have like an animated segment where the band was playing a song like during a break in the episode. Or it would just be central to the episode, which is kind of paid homage to in The Witch's Ghost, which we'll talk about that when we get to it. But and then in the 80s you had a pup named Scooby-Doo, which was a banger. I loved that one when I was little. And then you had just like a handful of TV movies. Like I think Reluctant Werewolf was a big one where Shaggy starts turning into a werewolf, but like it wasn't the whole gang, you know. It wasn't. I don't think like Fred or I think it was just Shaggy,
Just
Scooby,
Shaggy
and Scrappy,
Red Shirt Shaggy.
and it was Red Shirt Shaggy too. Yeah, when
Which
Shaggy
leads into a weird alternate universe theory, which I think, what was the last good cartoon? Was it Mystery Incorporated?
the last good one, like the one that as in most recent.
I th-
Yeah, it's Mystery Incorporated, the one that came out in the 2010s.
That
yeah.
had the fucking weird ass ending where it basically revealed monsters are real in a different dimension.
Yes.
So everyone's like, oh, so that means those movies where Shaggy and Scooby are by themselves is a different dimension because they're with real monsters in those movies.
Yeah, and you had the Boo Brothers, the Boo Brothers. I remember them
Because
they're in a bunch of those.
Because of those movies, I always thought that every Scooby Doo movie was like actual real monsters.
No,
And
the
show
no.
was just the fake people.
Yeah, and you had Red Shirt Shaggy because in that timeline he defected to communism. But that's besides the point because you also had the Boo Brothers who were capitalists, who were venture capitalists that hated Shaggy because he was a communist. This isn't accurate. I just want to point that out. But this is my reading of it. Trying to remember it because I
Ghoul
haven't seen
School,
these
that's what
movies
it was
since I was
called.
cool. Ghoul School was another one, yeah. Reluctant Werewolf. You had like a little shitty like clip shows like Scooby Doo Goes to Hollywood or some shit. They're bad. I think I have that one on VHS as well. They're bad. But then Zombie Island came out and changed the fucking game. All right, so it has a darker tone than anything that had come out before it. It's colored different. It's shaded different. It's beautiful. Honestly,
it's a movie. It's got better quality.
even watching it now, and it was straight to video too. It didn't even come out in theaters. This wasn't no Cats Don't Dance. This wasn't no Iron Giant. This was Scooby Doo, and it was just a straight to video. And you know, I really dig it. I even in revisiting all four of them. I really dig it, and it's funny. So I'm gonna just go over some fun facts here for Zombie Island specifically. You got horror icon Adrienne Barbeau voicing what was her name? Miss Lenoir. Was that her fucking name? Miss Lenoir. Well, let me see. So first of all, Don Messick was the original voice of Scooby Doo. He passed away in 97, so right before this movie came out, pretty much. This movie came out in 98. Frank Welker, who has been Fred Jones forever, came back as Fred. Billy West, who is Fry from Futurama, Stimpy, all of these other great characters. Billy West was Shaggy, which is kind of weird to hear. And then you had Scott Innes as Scooby-Doo, who then he later on took over the role of Shaggy as well, because I guess they didn't pay Billy West enough. You have B.J. Ward was Velma Dinkley. You have the late Mary Kay Bergman as Daphne, and she was Daphne in the first 3 of these movies. By the time Cyber Chase came around, she unfortunately had already passed because she had struggled with depression and stuff, and she committed suicide. And it's really shitty that I had to read about that, but that's what happened to her. She was also Kyle's mom in South Park. She was a very big voice actress at the time, and then Grey Delisle took over after Mary Kay Bergman died. And apparently Grey Delisle was like a protege of Mary Kay Bergman. So
Mark Hamill is in this movie too.
Yeah, Mark Hamill is in this one. He's in a couple of them, but Mark Hamill's in this one as fucking Snakebite Scruggs. Yeah, and and Cam Clark, Liquid Snake himself, plays a undercover detective in this. And then Adrienne Barbeau is Lenoir, Miss Lenoir. You
got Tara Strong also.
Yeah, Tara Strong is Lena Dupree. Yeah, that's and it was because I was the whole time I was watching it, I was like, Lena sounds really fucking familiar, and then I'm like, oh fuck, that's Tara Strong. I was like, god damn it, and I was just like, fucking Timmy Turner, god damn it. But yeah, so the cat they got a good cast for this, and it was like a return to form. The only difference is that now the monsters are real. And that's like alluded to in the movie because at the beginning, you have them chasing the same old monsters while this fucking upbeat rock song's playing. By the way, Third Eye Blind does the Scooby-Doo theme in this movie. I have to point that out because that's weird. It's almost as weird as Simple Plan doing the theme song to What's New Scooby-Doo, but which they still play at concerts, by the way. God bless them. But Third Eye Blind fucking did the Scooby-Doo theme. And then, you have 2 original songs in here. The best one being It's Terror Time Again, which has lived rent-free in my head since I was 4 years old. I love that song so much. It's the type of song the Ghost would cover if they had the balls, all right? So Tobias, if you're somehow listening to this, fucking play that song, god damn it. I want to hear it live. I want to hear it live so everything can come full circle, all right? That's all I want. The fact that Ghost hasn't been in a modern Scooby-Doo movie is a fucking crime. They belong in that universe.
They really
Have you
do.
seen their music videos? You're going to tell me that goofy shit doesn't belong in Scooby-Doo? The fuck out of here, Tobias. Come on, man. Anyway, that's enough of that. But It's Terror Time Again is a banger. I love that song to death. But yeah, you have them hunting down all these fake monsters and they're just bored. And then, they're just in Louisiana for some fucking reason. I don't remember why. I think it's because Daphne's trying to find real ghosts. She has a show trying to find real ghosts. And then Lena is like, oh, I know a haunted mansion. And then Fred is like, oh, this bitch is cute. I want to go to the mansion now. So then they go to the mansion. They meet Miss Lenoir and all this shit. And, it begins where there's like actual ghosts and spirits and zombies, of course. And about halfway through the movie, the gang realizes, oh fuck, these aren't fake. This is scary. And then the movie throws you for a fucking loop at the very end when you have it revealed that like the ferry driver, Miss Lenoir, and Lena are all like fucking werecats because they pledged their allegiance to like some fucking cat god. And I'm just like, this is fucking crazy, dude. I love this shit. I love it. And it's very suspiciously like a Japanese film called Kuroneko, which is about women that make a deal with a cat demon to hunt down the souls of samurai that raped and pillaged through their villages. Very suspiciously close. Also, this is animated by a Japanese studio, which is why the werecat transformations look so fucking cool. They look like they're out of a fucking anime. Like, it's very cool. And then, the gang just murders these werecats. The gang just casually commits murder. And by that I mean that they just kind of break the curse. And then fucking Miss Lenoir, Lena, and the ferry driver, Jacques, just fucking melt. They just fucking melt and disintegrate. And my 4-year-old ass was like, oh my God. I was like, this is crazy. It was awesome, dude. I'm never gonna forget it. I'm never gonna forget watching this movie over and over again when I was a kid. But so I'm gushing a lot here. Justin doesn't remember anything from these
don't.
movies because Justin isn't a real Scooby Doo fan like me. All right.
I may not have watched that much, but when I did, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Scooby Doo's a banger, dude. But yeah, no, that that shit threw me for a loop when I was a kid. And then the rest of them, I never owned them. I just watched them on Cartoon Network all the time because they do like these long fucking Scooby Doo marathons. And then you had The Witch's Ghost, which is also, you know, very good. You have Scott Innes taking over as Shaggy and Scooby. I also have to stress we are pretty much just going to talk about Scooby Doo here because I can't I want to say a different word, but I'm gay. So like I'm just going to talk about Scooby Doo because I'm weird. Anyway, so I don't know what that has to do with anything.
I was like, where are you going with that?
Scooby Doo on Zombie Island has a sequel that we're not going to talk about because I don't want to. I don't want to think about it. So you had. Where is it? Let me see. Scooby Doo and the Witch's Ghost. So in this one, you have the irreplaceable, the legendary, the iconic Tim fucking Curry as Ben Ravencroft, which is amazing. And what I love about it is he's real subdued for most of the movie, and then at the end, that Tim Curry really fucking comes out when he because Ben Ravencroft is revealed to be the bad guy all along. You got my girl Jennifer Hale, love Jennifer Hale, love her so much. As Thorne, the lead singer of the Hex Girls, who, upon rewatching this, I realized had a lot to do with the formation of the type of woman that I like, and what I mean by that is a goth chick that could probably kill me if she wanted to. So that's the type of woman I like. Thanks, Scooby Doo. I never thought I'd say that, but thanks, Scooby Doo. And you got the rest of the gang coming back outside of Billy West. And those are like the real notable ones in this one. And, Witch's Ghost is about a witch's ghost. Fuck it. It's just some old Salem witch town ass place. And the mayor's like, so first it's like, oh, well, we're just pretending to have a witch's ghost for publicity. And also the Hex Girls are here. Come see the Hex Girls. And they play this banging ass tune called we're the Hex Girls and I'm gonna put a spell on you. That shit rips even 20 years later. I'm gonna be honest. All right, I was just like, all right, I get it. I get it. This is good. I like this. So they're and the Hex Girls have been in I'm pretty sure they were in What's New Scooby-Doo and they were in Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated.
Yeah, they have popped up again.
And I was like, and every time I see them, I'm just like, yes, like. Yes.
They don't forget what their fans like.
Yeah. And then so then you have them here and once again the monster's real and the whole premise is basically that Ben Ravencroft wants to reconnect with his ancestor who was a witch that he says was a caring witch actually. She was a Wiccan. She wasn't a witch. She was a Wiccan that cared about natural healing and stuff. And then you find out that she was actually an evil cunt. So then Ben Ravencroft tries to reconnect with her. She comes to life. Hijinks ensue. They they send her back to the fucking Necronomicon, which is basically what it fucking is. It even has a face on it. And Ben Ravencroft gets sucked in with her because his ancestor's like, no, I'm not going alone.
Now and you can connect.
And I'm just like, oh man. So then that's what happens in that one. And it's good. I think the highlight is the Hex Girls.
Yeah, of course.
Especially me being, slightly older at this time and not understanding why I felt a certain kind of way about them when I was a little boy. But now I think I know what I was feeling back then. But Jennifer Hale voicing them probably has a lot to do with it, at least voicing Thorne, because I like Jennifer Hale a lot. I love Jennifer Hale. She's got a very good voice. She's a very good voice actress. Love her a lot. And yeah, so that's Witch's Ghost is fine. The next one we come across is the Alien Invaders, which I remember I had a listen, man.
I remember seeing the trailer for that movie on like so many VHSs I had
Yeah,
as a kid.
this is a big nostalgia trip for me. I'm sorry to
The
subject all of
trailers
you
made
to
it
this.
look so scary.
Yeah, pardon me, but I'm sorry that I'm just subjecting you to me taking a trip down memory lane here. This was my idea, not Justin's. Justin's just along for the ride more than anything. But I really wanted to fucking talk about these movies, because then you have Scooby Doo and the Alien Invaders, which I remember they did a promotion with, I think, Burger King.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of the toys from there. I remember I would beg mom to go to Burger King so I could get some of the toys because I just loved Scooby Doo, man. I like to this day it's just a special place in my heart. I have the fucking collection on Blu-ray and the super deluxe like house packaging of Scooby Doo Where Are You? I now own all of these fucking movies. Like Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated is unironically pretty fucking good. Like you know, I just love it. I just love it, man. I love it. But Scooby Doo and the Alien Invaders, last one with Mary Kay Bergman, and this one had I think Jennifer Love Hewitt did the theme song for this one, which is a little weird. Back when she was a singer, I guess. And Mark Hamill plays a more prominent role in this one. And then Kevin Michael Richardson is also in this one. You know, Jennifer Hale is also in this one playing a completely different character. And I almost didn't recognize her voice because she's a very good actress. But this one's, again, the monsters are real, kinda. The antagonists are people pretending to be aliens, but there are real aliens in the movie because Shaggy and Scooby fall in love with this hippie chick and her dog, respectively, I should say. It's you know what I'm trying, you get it. So they fall in love, and it turns out that they're zombies, that they're aliens, and that they came to, like, they were, like, part of, like, they were basically part of, like, the equivalent of their species FBI, where they would go to other planets to investigate them to see if they had intelligent life because, like, the United States sent a satellite with, like, TV signals and shit in the 70s, and that's why they were dressed like hippies, or that's why, you know, one of them was dressed like a hippie because she thought that's just how people dressed on Earth. And that's why she talked like a hippie and shit, and that's why Shaggy fell in love with her enough to sing a whole original song about how much he loves this woman. You know, I get it. I fall in love with people I've just seen. It happens. You know, you walk past a woman, and your brain's like, hey, you know that girl we just saw? I love her. And you're just like, yeah, I guess, man. It'll pass. I don't know what to tell you. So then, you know, that's the premise of that one pretty much. It's not, that one's, I'm not going to say it's my least favorite, but it might be my least favorite. Because, like, Cyber Chase holds a special place in my heart for a reason I will get into momentarily. But
I hope it's not the PS1 game.
it is.
Oh,
we're gonna
God.
talk about it, buddy. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna go there. So Alien Invaders is good, but like Justin was saying before we started recording, that all these movies kind of blend together, and really they do. It just, if you watch them back to back like I fucking did, it feels like you're just watching one long episode of Scooby Doo. Like, and it's just them going to different parts of the country. That's what it feels like. And you know, that ain't bad. It's just, you know, they don't really, nothing really separates them, which I'm fine with because, you know, I think it works. I think these all have a very consistent tone and they're all very fun. They were really, really fun to revisit. But Alien Invaders might be the weakest one, I think. But I mean, it's still a good time. And then you got Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, which was the one to bring about the change. So this one came out in 2001, pre 9/11, of course. Actually, no, wait. Yeah, no, was this pre 9/11? No, we were living in a post 9/11 world at this point. This is October. Damn, dude. Damn, imagine. I'm not gonna make that joke. But anyways, so we're living in a post 9/11 world. I'm 6 years old. I've seen man-made horrors beyond my comprehension at this point in my life, but Scooby-Doo is always there for me. So I'm 6 years old. I'm watching this shit, We got there's not really a lot of notable actors in this one. I mean they are if you're into voice acting. Like Tom Kane's a big one. Joe Alasky, Bob Bergen, Mikey Kelly, and Gary Sturgis. They're all playing some roles here. But Cyber Chase is also one. And Cyber Chase is like Cyber Chase almost feels like a celebration of Scooby Doo, in the sense that like you have like the whole last act is them interacting with themselves in a video game, and like all a bunch of monsters from their rogues gallery are there, but they're real this time because it's a video game. And like I remember when I was a kid, I was snapping my fingers and pointing at the screen like Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, fucking recognizing all the different monsters. And I'm just like, oh, this is so cool. That was my first No Way Home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was my No Way Home. I'm gonna be real. Like classic Scooby Doo meeting new Scooby Doo, and it's just like, yo, this is awesome. So that and then the Phantom Virus is in this one, and he was like a piece of code that was written by some fucking baseball fanatic. And he was the whole point was to like sabotage this college project because he's mad that his game didn't get picked. Poo, 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 poo. So then that whole thing happens, and it's Scooby Doo, whatever. But I think this is the only one. No, Alien Invaders was like that too, where instead of the bad guys getting murdered and or sucked into the Necronomicon, they just get arrested. So that's what happens in this one, which is honestly a fate worse to death, getting arrested. Believe me, we know. So,
Yeah.
Cyber Chase is good, but it's the beginning of the change, because after Cyber Chase came What's New Scooby Doo, and those movies. There's like been a million Scooby Doo movies since, including one with WrestleMania. John Cena's in it. I don't know. I watched like half of it when I was high.
They meet Kiss. Like
They meet Kiss in one, and that's when the art style changes too, to this really bright and like kind of washed out color scheme.
yeah, it looks.
That and I watched the shit out of What's New Scooby Doo when I was a kid. Don't get me wrong, because it was new Scooby Doo. And Simple Plan, na 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 na. We're gonna get copyright claim now, but
Yeah.
Simple Plan doing the theme, that shit's a banger. I ain't gonna lie, but I liked What's New Scooby Doo at the time. Revisiting it, especially after watching Mystery Incorporated, no, no, because like Mystery Incorporated is good because like yeah, it's a kids show obviously, but like there's also a lot of like innuendos in there, and a lot of like shit for longtime fans of the franchise and stuff. Like Casey Kasem, the original voice actor for Shaggy, plays Shaggy's dad in Mystery Incorporated, and Matthew Lillard comes back from the live action movies to voice Shaggy, and Frank Welker is Scooby-Doo and Fred. Gray Delisle is back to play Daphne. I don't remember who plays Velma. I think it's Linda Cardin. It is Linda Cardinelli. I'm pretty sure plays Velma. I'm gonna look that up because I have to be sure, but I'm 99% sure that that's what it is. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, what I liked about Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, to go off on a little bit of a tangent here. Yep, Linda Cardinelli. That's oh no wait.
No.
Oh no, it was Mindy Cohn. Fuck, Linda Cardinelli had a guest spot. That's right. Okay, that's where I'm getting the name mixed up. And then, yeah, Matthew Lillard came back as Shaggy. Okay. Yeah, and then Patrick Warburton's pretty prominent in there. There's a lot of references to, like, other horror movies, too. Like, there's a Twin Peaks reference in there. And there's a Hellraiser reference in there that's really good, I should add. But, it's very good. And what I liked about that is it has an overarching plot line that's really interesting. I don't remember specifics. But I know when I watched it, I had a good time. I'm pretty sure it's on HBO Max, or excuse me, Max. What a stupid fucking rebranding.
It's not Max yet.
But it's on HBO Max, I'm pretty sure. So if you got time, I'd check it out. If you're into Scooby Doo, even if you're just into like kids shows for some reason, I don't know, fucking watch it. You got a little kid at home, you like Scooby Doo, watch it.
Make them watch something slightly more entertaining.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's very good. But you had but yeah, so Cyber Chase was the in between from from like old new Scooby Doo to what's new Scooby Doo, and you can kind of tell, you can kind of tell quality wise, it's not as good, but it did have a video game, Scooby Doo and the Cyber Chase for PlayStation 1.
I know about the game.
So this game, I'm gonna be real. I had it when I was a kid, never fucking beat it. One time I'm at Game Over, a local shop, with my best friend Bryson. Bryson Bogus, famous voice actor. A shameless plug for him,
Well,
I should add.
Speaking of voice actors, Josh went to a convention
Yeah.
in Dallas. He spent a lot on autographs because he got some for him and one for my mom, and he got me one.
For who?
Troy Baker
Oh my god.
for Pain.
Oh my god. Oh, Troy Baker.
It's cool.
Yeah, Troy Baker's all right. He seems like a guy.
And I don't know the voice actor who does the character he got from my mom, but it's one from the new anime, Jujutsu Kaisen, which is really
okay.
good.
Okay, that's cool. Good for
And
Josh.
speaking of really good animes, fucking a new one that just came out, Hell's Paradise. That's fucking great.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm reading Berserk.
Berserk.
It's up there.
Oh,
That big old tome.
I can never get into Berserk.
That's Berserk. That's did you ever read it or watch the anime?
I tried to watch it, I just got bored.
That's why the anime is not good.
Like the new and old one.
The anime is not good. Famously not good. Like, trust me, it's good. Oh my god, it's so good. The manga, mwah, mwah. R.I.P. Muta. All right, R.I.P. him. He's a good guy. Fucking sucks that he's dead, because he was a hell of an artist. But yeah, Bryson Bogus, famous voice actor. He's Belle in How to Pick Up Girls in a Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? He's fucking in Monster Musume. He's in Haikyuu. He's in Yu-Gi-Oh.
He's the main character in the new Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes, he's Falco in Attack on Titan. He's all over the place. Love my boy. Love that he's winning. We love to see a blonde boy winning. You know what I mean? And that's what Bryson's doing. Miss you, buddy. But also, we were at Game Over, and we saw Scooby Doo and the Cyber Chase. I had a PS2 at the time. I still have a PS2, but I had one then too. So that didn't make any sense. But I bought it, and I was like, Bryson, I never finished this game. I'm gonna buy it now so I can finish it. We spend an afternoon beating it. We beat it in an afternoon, but we get to the final boss, the Phantom Virus, and boy, did we hit a fucking wall. This motherfucking bitch-ass Phantom Virus was such a pain in the fucking ass to beat. This fucking guy. So first of all, you're playing a Scooby. All you got is pies. All you got is pies to throw at this motherfucker. So you're throwing pies at this dude, and he's got this fucking AoE attack that you just can't dodge. Not only are all his attacks faster and harder to dodge already, but he has an AoE that you just can't dodge. And you have to just get lucky with RNG that this fucking bullshit AoE doesn't kill you. And we would know it was coming, because he would rev it up, and then we'd be like, all right, well, that's the end of this run. Like, one time he did it when I had 1 hit point left. I just handed the controller to Bryson. I'm like, it's over. It's over, dude. I can't. I can't do anything about this. And Bryson got to a point where I was like, I don't even want to fucking play anymore, Bryson. This is all you now. So Bryson beats him after, like, I want to say 30 to 45 minutes of trying over and over again with this motherfucker. And Bryson was so mad that he was like, it's forever burned into my head of Bryson going, fuck you, and he's throwing pies with Scooby-Doo as he's saying it at the Phantom Virus as he's dying. And that's just a memory that I will always hold near and dear to my heart.
That reminds me.
And that's why the Phantom Virus, that's why Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase is a pretty good one in my books, because of that moment alone.
That makes me think of that when I was doing the challenge tower in what was it, I guess MK9
An MK9?
11,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
2011, whatever you want to fucking call it,
Yeah,
whenever it came
MK9,
out.
yeah. I call it 9.
Doing the challenge tower, and the part where you're Shang Tsung and you have to fight 3 Shao Kahns.
Oh, yeah.
I was so mad.
Did
at
you ever
that.
beat the last one?
Yeah, I beat the whole thing.
How is that the one that got you, but not that fucking last one where you had to fight Goro, Kintaro, Shao Kahn, and Melina?
I was fine with the last one because I could pick my character.
That's fair. That's fair.
I couldn't, for the life of me, play Shang Tsung worth a damn, let alone fight 3 Shao Kahns. And by the time I was getting close to the breaking point, I was just playing like, I don't give a fuck. If I lose, I don't care. Well, this is my life now. I'm going to fucking lose. I'm going to die over and over again, whatever.
God.
I give no fucks.
Oh my god.
And I was just like, yep, hit me, do it again. Then I was just like, you know what? I don't give a shit if I beat this or not. And then finally, after I said that, I beat it. And I don't know, that always seems to work out for me. The harder I try in a video game, the more it just pisses me off. And then when I'm just calm down and be like, fuck it, I'm just playing a game, I win.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've been there, dude. Trust me. Playing through Resident Evil 4's remake, that part with Mike, I didn't have the resources that I needed. So in the original, listen. In the original Resident Evil 4, that was always one of my least favorite parts, especially on a first run, because I never have the ammo for it, and it would piss me off because it's been this like, especially in the remake, because it's been this like survival horror game the whole time where you have limited resources and you gotta know what to spend your gunpowder on and shit, and then it just turns into fucking Resident Evil 5 at the end, and it's just like, I don't like this. So the first part's fine when Mike fucking kills everybody. But then you get to that part where he's like, oh, they got an AA gun. Sorry, I didn't have any grenades. I didn't have a rocket launcher. So I had to just bullshit my way up this fucking shitty-ass fucking rickety bullshit. So first, actually, I try to get under the AA gun because I assume I can just walk up and kill the guy.
Too.
And then that doesn't work, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then all these fucking shield assholes with shields that you can't shoot through start fucking moving up on me, and I'm like, I hate this. I hate this so much. And I'm getting mad. Because it was pissing me off that this game that this is what they're gonna double down on, is this fucking part that I never liked in the original. So
at least it was shorter.
So yes, it was much shorter, thank God. But I take out that AA gun, I get into the next room, and I'm like, no, it's this room. It's the room with the 2 fucking guys on the turrets, and you got to hit 2 switches on 2 separate sides. That's the only.
There weren't turrets though.
There were.
There was one dude on a turret, and then it spawned 2 bull guys.
That's what I'm thinking of. Okay.
Or cowmen.
Yeah. So that's the only part of the game that I fucking died at.
What shotgun do you have?
Was that part? I had the striker at that point.
Okay, then you should have been fine.
I didn't have any fucking ammo. That's what I'm saying. I didn't have any fucking ammo.
Majority of the game, I just used the handgun. I did not switch weapons unless I absolutely needed to.
I had to use the shotgun for a lot of the shield guys in the castle, so that's what I would use because I don't use the TMP.
I always had extra grenades.
So, and see, that's what I did. Eventually, I got it on my second try, but like, that's the only time of the game that's the only part of the game I died on. That's the only part of the game I died on. That's the only part of the game that me and Kale died on. Because me and Kale switched off on chapters. Kale died once to Salazar because of the one-hit attack that he didn't know was a one-hit attack.
Yeah, that got me too.
But we breezed through everything else. Through the cabin, didn't die. Through Garador, we didn't die. Through the water room, we didn't die. We did not die until I didn't die until that part. And Kale almost died to Sadler because it was, the bugs start coming and all that bullshit.
That pissed me off.
But that was the only part of the game that I was like, fuck. And I think I got killed by a regenerator, maybe. I feel like I got killed by a regenerator because I didn't have. I feel like I let him kill me because I missed something.
They made regenerators stupid.
They made them scary because now they fucking run at you. I didn't like that.
And where they decide to just be like, oh, my knees don't work.
Yeah, and then they get on the fucking... Ooh! Ooh, baby!
And you can't shoot them because they move so fast.
Ooh, baby, where they turn to little fucking slug people? I hated that shit, dude. Hated that shit.
And then, It's clever, but also really annoying that they made the Iron Maiden and the actual regenerator one thing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, how do we make a regenerator worse? Oh, give it a second state.
Yeah. See, and I never minded the regenerators in the original because I could just,
Because they walked slower.
and they were slow. But I was aiming with the biometric scope. This bitch started running at me. I was like, like I got real scared, real fucking fast.
And that one room where you have to figure out which one has the crowbar in them or whatever.
Yeah.
I was focusing on one. I shot through him and hit the other two canisters, so there was 3 of them at once coming at me. I was so mad.
I feel like that's where all my fucking resources went because I didn't know that I didn't have to kill everybody in there first. I didn't know that all I had to do was just take the card and leave. So I go through so much ammo for there. I would have been fine on that mic section if I hadn't fucking gone through all that shit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like Krauser, Kale breezed through Krauser, like it was fine. It was just that last bit getting up to Sadler was a bitch. And then after that it was Sadler. So, but Resident Evil 4, good game. Good game. I'm working on platinuming it because I have it on PS5.
I'm on my professional playthrough right now.
Yeah, you gonna beat it in under 5.5 hours?
Nope. I'm already at close to 5.
Well, you got to beat it in 5.5 to get the S plus.
But that's because I'm looking for the treasures.
Oh, okay. I'm not. I'm on a second standard run, a cleanup run to get all the achievements or all the trophies that I possibly can in a standard run, and then I'm gonna work on everything else after that.
I should have done that.
Yeah, you fucking Dingleberry. I love Justin.
But the playing on professional is helping me get better at countering, and because you have no choice but to perfect guard.
Parry. Yeah, you got to royal guard them. Royal guard these hoes. But yeah, anyway, yeah, Resident Evil 4 is fun. I would play it if you like horror. Also, Scooby-Doo, baby. We love Scooby-Doo in this house. So yeah, it was a lot of fun revisiting these movies. I wish Justin had remembered them, just so he had something to talk about.
It's Scooby-Doo. Even if I don't remember the actual plot of those movies, I know what I got when I watched it, and I know I liked it.
Yeah.
You can't hate it. Well, my mom hates Scooby-Doo for some reason.
Well,
I don't know. She never liked it.
That's concerning.
But anyways, yeah, Scooby-Doo's fine. It's great. It's what got me interested in horror and scary things a lot more.
Honestly, yeah, that was a gateway drug for that.
And then plus you got all the other horror themed cartoons that came out after that, like Billy and Mandy and Courage.
Courage the Cowardly fucking Dog,
Zim,
bro. Love Courage the Cowardly Dog.
And now we can't have any shows like that because it's too scary. Parents don't like their kids to be scared.
Yeah. Is that why?
Yes. That's why all those shows got canceled. Because complaints.
That's why Invader Zim got canceled too, yeah.
Why Zim got canceled too.
Yeah. Sad times, man. Sad times. But anyway.
Being pussies.
But anyway. Thank you for listening to my nostalgia trip. And also to us talk about Animal. This is our April Fool's episode, everybody. Sorry.
April Fool's Animal with Scooby-Doo. Woo!
Sorry we put you through this.
Scooby-Doo woo-woo. I tried to do that, but I didn't work. Anyways.
All right, so after I kill Justin, it'll just be me covering The Grudge 2 next week.
It's because me and Josh and Juan played Halo, and Josh saw a service tag that said ooh, and he reacted to it like he's never seen it. And I was like, but that's John's service tag.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's my service tag. He's played with me before. I'm pretty sure he saw it and then called me a slur. And I was like, yeah, Josh, we know this. Like, what do you think?
Well, I like how he thought Kale's service tag was his gamer tag. That was funny.
What was it? Nut?
Sand lizard.
Oh, sand lizards. You're talking about. Oh, you're talking about that. Yeah, yeah. Me and Kale are both sand lizards, and then which originates from a story.
Or the clan tag. That's what
of a very racist man that wanted to say something much worse than sand lizards, and instead he said sand lizards, and that's just what we made it. We made it that because we thought it was funny, and then Kale's service tag is nut. Mine is uwu. And I don't remember what Justin's is.
Right now it's just WP2.
Oh, I thought it was cum. Anyway, so that's our episode, everybody. Next time is The Grudge 2, the American Grudge 2.
God damn it! I forgot we were doing The Grudge.
We're still on The Grudge, buddy.
Hey, but I found that a clip on Facebook of that part of a scary movie I was talking about last time.
Good. Good.
That's funny.
But we got The Grudge 2.
Will it be good?
Probably
or will
not.
it be the same fucking thing?
Because after that, we got The Grudge 3. And then we got the Grudge reboot series from Japan. And then we got Grudges, which is the Grudge remake.
This movie's gonna make me have a grudge.
Yeah, honestly. We're never going to get to Friday the 13th at this point.
Oh,
But when
yeah,
we do-
will.
And then I can't wait to do Scream because, you know, I love Scream.
Scream by Avenged Sevenfold.
Get out of my house. Get out of my house, Justin. Justin's banned from this premises now. I'm going to get a restraining order on him. Anyway, yeah, thanks for listening to us talk about Animal. Follow us on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter, I guess.
Woo.
I'm not going to tell you my tag. I'm tired of saying it. Just listen to an old episode where I say it.
Damn.
And,
Said you're not worthy of knowing it again.
yeah, I guess, dude. I don't know. I just don't want to say it again. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I was stressed out for no fucking reason. But, yeah. So, next week, or next time is The Grudge 2, and then after that is another mystery movie. And then The Grudge 3 and a mystery movie. I think we'll start Friday the 13th probably like beginning of August at this point.
End of May.
End of May. If we do once a week, maybe.
Yeah, if we can.
But
get our
even then, I don't
schedules
think
back
that's
on
enough
track.
time. I don't think that's enough time. I'd probably late June at the earliest, beginning of August at the latest.
Or we can force it. I mean,
Or you really just want to watch The Grudge for the next, let me see, 2 remakes, and then American remake for the next. You really just want to watch The Grudge for the next 5 weeks, Justin? Just The Grudge?
no.
That's what I thought. All right. Honestly, though, at this point, they're all so fucking samey that like I'm thinking of just doing the American Grudge 2 and 3 in one episode,
Yeah, just knock them out.
and then also. Oh, I forgot about White Ghost and Black Ghost. No! Oh, there's so many of these fucking movies and they're all the same. How do you do this? How do you do this?
Ask Call of Duty makers.
Okay, so we're gonna do it back to back to back to back to back. We have to, because I want to fucking do Friday the
This is gonna
13th.
take forever.
I want to do Friday the 13th. I'm sorry, everybody that likes the mystery episodes, and I'm sorry to my wallet for spending money on mystery episode movies. But we got it. So we're gonna do American 2 and 3 next in one episode. We're gonna do Black Ghost and White Ghost in one episode. I can finally put up this fucking box set because we'll be done with it at that point. Then we're gonna do the 2 remakes one episode, and then the American remake will just fit it. I don't even want to fucking watch the American remake. I'm gonna be honest,
I don't need.
but we're going to. We can just tag it on to the end. We can make it a remake episode.
I mean, it's a remake, so it's gonna be the same fucking movie.
Yeah, but it'll be a remake episode combined with the Japanese remakes. So that's what we'll do. That's the plan for the next few episodes. Hope you like The Grudge, everybody, because you're going to get a fucking lot of it.
Yeah, y'all voted for it.
If we had done Hatchet, we'd be done already, and we'd be moving on to Friday the 13th, baby. But now here we are, fucking having to suffer through all these goddamn Grudge movies. We love y'all, though. It's not, believe me, we like talking about them, even though they're bad, even though we don't remember them because they're all the same.
Yep.
Oh, God, this is going to kill me. Anyway, so, you know, if I die while watching these movies, I'll become the stain that haunts people. Like, it's going to... Whatever. It's fine. That's what we'll do. The Grudge... Nothing but The Grudge, baby. A Grudge-a-thon, if you will.
Yeah, you'll die, and I'll just speak the opening monologue from the movies as my statement at your funeral.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Then just walk away.
That's it. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. That's a good eulogy. But no, yeah, so get ready for a lot of Grudge, everybody. Reap what you sow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for listening, everybody. We'll talk to y'all later.
Whoa, bye,
I
boy.
think. I don't know.
We live.
Yeah.
We're not gonna die yet.
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 Oh. All right. Well, bye, everybody. Have a good day. Bye-bye.